the channel. My name is Zach. Please like and subscribe to this video and be sure to hit that notification bell to not miss any of my future videos. And let's see if this video can get 15 likes.
Hi there, my name is Zach.
Hello Zach. Hello Zach.
Hello Zecca. Hello Zeki.
Oh my goodness, look at my Bitcoin chart. Not to mention the ZCash chart. It's time to get into this video.
My name's Zach, welcome to my channel. Please like and subscribe, turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of this content, and let's get straight in for just this very quick update. This is really just a supplementary video, carrying on from what I was talking about earlier today. We've seen things transpire fairly much as I indicated they ought. But I think there are a few signs that we should be aware of, especially in the traditional markets. If we look over on SPY, I was talking about earlier. I was talking about in the last video how this this trend line. I think that we have reason to believe the trend would stay intact, and that does seem to be the case. We had on the 4 hour. If we look on the 4 hour today, we had a nice little rally this morning. Pre-market was giving us an indication before the markets opened that actually Bitcoin might get a bit of relief, and it did open about 417, something like that. And as you can see, maybe we've got on the 1 hour. As you can see, we had here we are. So we opened here. We closed here and opened here, I think 416 this morning, and you can see we've had a nice little bounce. Now I think we can quite clearly see that we've come up to just past the 0.5 fib. Maybe it is, yeah, just on our way to the 0.618 fib. Maybe there's also another moving average. Is it the 221 moving average, which it's just tipped up to. The thing is, I watching Bitcoin, and Bitcoin did tip down to 31.8 or something like that this morning, 31.7, and it looked like that might be it for the time being. However, I can see some. I would say there's some bearish divergence here on the 4 hour on the on SPY, over on SPY. You can see here we're making some higher highs here, and on the other hand we've got here a lower high on the RSI. So I think that will suggest that we have perhaps seen the bulk of the, at least for the moment, we might be about to get a little bit of a pullback, and that I don't think will be too great for Bitcoin. The thing that I should also point out is that over here on Dixie, it does look like we could also have seen the bulk of the pullback for the time being. On the 4 hour here, we have now met the moving average, and there's a little bit of a sign that we might hold that moving average, and if we were to push forwards towards the upper end of the Bollinger Band there, that would really also not be at all good news for Bitcoin or for any risk assets, risk on assets. I don't think equities would do particularly well either, with the dollar strengthening against all of the against this currency index. So we need to watch this pretty closely, and if we do see it pushing up forwards again, then Bitcoin bulls beware, ZCash bulls beware. stock market bulls beware. Yeah, I think generally a fairly perilous time. Also on ZCash, on the ZCash chart, this is the 1 hour. We can see, I would say this looks to me like a bear flag that's printing, and if we broke down there, this would sort of imply a target of something like $81, $82. Also, I don't like the Zcash Bitcoin pairing, because we can see the same thing. This is on the 15-minute. I don't know if we can maybe look at it on the 1 hour. Yeah, look. So again, I mean, that doesn't look particularly inspiring, does it? So if we break down there, again, we're going to be looking at 0.0029, and if we have a little zoom out, let's zoom out again, maybe we can go to the daily, we can see that that would pretty much tie. The last time we had this price, or this kind of price on the ZEC BTC pairing, was where, well, there it was on the 22nd of May, 23rd of May, just after that huge, or in the process of that huge dump from the 19th of May. So that doesn't, none of those look like particularly wonderful signs, and the Bitcoin chart itself, you know, doesn't look particularly healthy at the moment. Here we are around the on the 1 hour, around the 32,000 area, and as you know, I've been talking about for some time, I'm expecting us to pop down for this Wyckoff event, to continue with this Wyckoff accumulation, and let's get this off. And I mean, to me, it looks like we're heading for another test of the very lower end of this range, which might be down to sort of 30,000 or possibly below. So yeah, I mean, again, with everything we're looking at, looks to me like we've had a nice little bounce here on the was it the 1 day or the 2 daily? I think it might be it's even maybe the weekly. Let's look at the 2 day Bollinger bands. This is on SPY again. So look, I mean, I would expect this over time to we've broken to the downside of this moving average on the 2 day, and I expect us to test to the bottom end of this Bollinger range, and that's going to be sort of around 409 by the looks of it at the moment, maybe something like that. So that would tie in with our again on the 4 hourly. I mean, that would tie in with potentially, looks like we might be seeing some bearish divergence with this. Yeah, looks like it could be a lot. Yeah, I don't like the look of it. I would say that we're getting some bearish divergence there on the RSI. Also, we can see we've got declining volume at the same time as the price is increasing on and putting in some higher highs, or trying to. That again is a divergence we don't particularly want to be seeing, and so I would say that kind of adds weight to the argument that we will see the price on this S&P 500 ETF test down to the lower end of the Bollinger Bands, lower boundary there at 409. If if not lower. I mean, it may, as we talked about earlier, it could be a whole lot worse. Look, it could go lower as well. It could go to 405 could actually be the target, because really on the weekly we've been holding above the moving average ever since March. Well, ever since 26th of May 2020, and we tipped a little bit below it, but came straight back up here. Again, we tipped down to it here. I think we could imagine the same thing happening. And look, I mean, if you, in actual fact, we could, I think that's the sort of thing we could be worrying about over the coming days and weeks. It's not going to help Bitcoin's efforts to rally if that happens sooner rather than later, and so let's see. But this here level at 30,000 is still where I'm targeting for Bitcoin. With Zcash, I would say we could be looking at 30,000 for Bitcoin, and with Zcash, I would love to be buying it at $82, $83. But this is all with the serious caveat that you may wish to flee the scene as soon as you do buy, because if you do see Bitcoin, Bitcoin's bowels open once it crashes through 30 and heads south, then it won't obviously seem such a great idea to be buying Zcash at that point, especially if you look on the if we look on the weekly and note that the lower end of the Bollinger Bands on the weekly Zcash chart is $62, and we did break through the moving average in May, and so we are technically on our way already to testing this lower end of the weekly Bollinger Bands at $62. So whilst you may we may talk of these of the potential buying opportunity at $80 or $90 for Zcash, that may actually prove to be a full storm in terms of getting any bottom in. So think long and hard, and be ready to. Well, that's the idea. If you're trading, you need to be ready to change your opinion very, very swiftly. When the facts change, you change with it, and I certainly will be. And so yeah, as ever, happy hunting, and good luck to you all.